Move over, kids. Today, we're going to talk Nintendo facts. I'm going to serve up a helping of Nintendo facts to you. I love Nintendo. I study Nintendo to the point of probably being a little obsessed with Nintendo. Guilty as charged. And subsequently, I get all these random, oddball Nintendo facts that won't help me in life. So I am going to spew them out to you. So it'll be some well-known facts and then some lesser-known facts or just weird facts. But before I do, I want to apologize. My voice, it's a little hoarse. I've been sick for a week. So just bear with me there. The show must go on. And if you appreciate my dedication, I would appreciate a subscribe. But if you don't have to. You can just enjoy this video and move on with your life. So let's get right into it. Who is Jumpman? Who is Mr. Video? These are names referred to as Nintendo's main mascot, their main man, Mario. Mario was Mr. Video and Jumpman, but before that, did you know he had a third name? Asen. Former President Iwata said that Mario was literally referred to as Asen, which translates to middle-aged man. Could you imagine that? I would love to have played a game called Middle-Aged Man Odyssey on the Nintendo Switch. Man, what could have been? But Nintendo of America, they had a warehouse. Well, the manager of that warehouse came in and said, during a meeting, "Where's my money? You have not paid me." And that man's name was Mario. And Nintendo, instead of getting all worried about their past due bills, they were just like, hey, let's name our main character after that guy, apparently. So Mario is named after a bill collector, basically. He wasn't a bill collector. He was a manager of a warehouse, but he was collecting on a bill that Nintendo had not paid. So let's speak more on Mario's past. Did you know that Mario's first game, Donkey Kong, well, Miyamoto wanted to do Popeye, but Nintendo did not have the rights to Popeye, so Miyamoto then just created a bunch of characters based off of the template of Popeye. You have a hero, and kind of like a working class hero, and that would become Mr. Video or Mario, as we've already said, and Mario was Popeye. Then there was your damsel in distress, Olive Oil, Pauline, and then your big brawny sailor guy. I don't even know who that guy's name is, but that would become Donkey Kong. That Donkey Kong that we see there, he still exists in the Nintendo universe, but he is not the Donkey Kong that you probably know and love. He is not the Donkey Kong of Tropical Freeze. He is in Tropical Freeze. He's Cranky Kong with the beard and the cane. And Donkey Kong, the one that we know and love today, his father is Donkey Kong Jr., the one with shirt without sleeves, whatever you call them. And last time he appeared, Donkey Kong Jr. actually appeared in a tennis game, and he was in Super Mario Kart for the Super Nintendo. After that, it's actually his son, just regular Donkey Kong, who's been in pretty much everything you've seen. A lot of people think that Donkey Kong is the one that held Pauline captive at the tower, but no, that is Cranky Kong. That timeline is really weird, how Mario and Donkey Kong are connected, because actually Mario is the antagonist in Donkey Kong 2, the one where Donkey Kong Jr. is the star. He's trying to save his father, Cranky Kong. It's a giant mess, dark history, but you know what? Those were the times back in the 80s. Star Fox, another Miyamoto creation, is based off of Shintoism, and it's because Shintoism has a deity that is a fox, and that's how Miyamoto got his inspiration. And if you look at a lot of the temples around Shintoism, it has those archways, and you'll see a lot of those archways in Star Fox. The other animals also got their inspiration from more Japanese folklore, not necessarily the religion, but more of the folklore, and animals are very prevalent in both folklore and religion of the Japanese. Waluigi is uncut. What? How? I literally just dropped that bomb on you. Waluigi is not circumcised. Nintendo president Tatsumi Kimishima, I apologize if I pronounced the name wrong, he literally said that, let me read the quote, let me read it verbatim. "Waluigi still has his foreskin," said Kimishima. "You won't ever see it, thank God, but it's there. We do not know why he remains uncircumcised, however. It might be a religious thing. It might not. But yes, Nintendo players can expect some exciting downloadable content for The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild." Like, what? He just drops this bomb on you that Waluigi is still has his foreskin. Literally says still has his foreskin, and then he just goes right back without hesitation into Breath of the Wild, which was the game at the time that was really, they were promoting. And this was on the record for a Game Informer interview. So it's crazy. Like, Nintendo does that. They have all of these little tidbits that they will just drop about their characters, whether it be on their website, like Ganondorf's last name. They just drop down a website, Dragmire. But they do that. They take like personal information, backstory on characters, and they just like literally just drop them on random interviews, put them online, and it's like nothing to them. It's like absolutely nothing to them. Oh, did you know that Capcom, the developers of Mega Man and Street Fighter, they are the only people to ever get licensed to do a core Zelda game. Now, when I say core, I mean it was for the handheld. It was Seasons of Oracle and Season of Ages, but they were licensed to do an actual Zelda game. There was actually a third in development, but it got canned because of, some technical issues. And wouldn't that be cool if we got that third one nowadays? Now, there were three other Zelda games for Philips CD, and that is the only Zelda games that were produced not for a Nintendo system. But that is like a whole other whole other video, and those are such bad games. They're awesome. Let's talk Miyamoto now. Miyamoto, I told you, gets his inspiration from the real world, like the Star Fox, but maybe not so much because he got the inspiration from Mario off of Popeye. But his other titles, he usually will get inspiration from the real world. When he was a child, he would explore caves, and that's how we get the exploration within Zelda. When he got into gardening for a little bit, and that's how we get Pikmin. He got a dog. He had a family dog once, and that's how he created Nintendo Dogs, or that Pet Line series. That was Miyamoto, because he just straight up got a dog. When he was 40, he had to lose some weight. He wanted to get in better shape. He's quit smoking. And so what he would do, he would write down his progress. And that's how we get the Wii Fit. Can you believe it? Because Miyamoto wanted to lose weight. He thought everybody probably wanted to lose weight. Chain Chomps for Miyamoto was a dog in his youth. A dog that was on a chain, and I guess it was a kind of a scary dog. And that's how he got Chain Chomps. Mario 164 Underwater Worlds, that was based on Miyamoto learning how to scuba dive. He was getting really into scuba diving. So a lot of the things that Miyamoto is doing directly play into what he's designing. I wonder if he somehow found a magical talking hat, and that's how we get Cappy. So who knows? Miyamoto is a strange dude, but he is an awesome dude. That smile is infectious. One last tidbit before I go. Zelda, the cartridge, if you notice in Zelda for the NES, you either put in a code and you can go to like a harder version of the game, or you can beat the first version and play the second version of the game. It's the same world, but things are moved around and everything is harder in the second world. And basically that came about because they misjudged the size of the memory on the cartridge. They thought they could only fit this much on the cartridge, so that's how they made the game. And then they realized they had only used half. Literally had only used half of the availability, so Nintendo just was like, well, let's just double it down. Let's just double it up. And so they made another world, basically, because they misjudged it. So 2 for the price of 1, because Nintendo made a mistake, and that is customer service, in my opinion. So, it is dangerous to go alone. Please share this with a friend. Hit the subscribe button. And if you know any crazy facts about Nintendo or video games in general, please put them in the comments below. I would love to hear them. I'll shout them out. I'll pretend they're mine, though. Just kidding. I'll shout out your name as well. I would appreciate anything you can give me. And thank you. It is dangerous to go alone. Please share this video with a friend. Have a great day.